ang talo doon is talo. Dito sa Philippines, pag talo ka, ikaw pa yung galit.
Quick question. Naaalala niyo pa ba yung mga laro natin growing up? Yung tipong palakasang patentero or taguan sa dilim na parang we are in a horror film. A stage in our life where cuts from the streets are nothing because the fun makes it worth it. Kaya naman in this episode entitled Laro ng Lahi, we will explore the game culture in the Philippines, starting from the childhood games we grew up with all the way to the e-games that define this generation. Then, we will also know how the gaming is done in the other parts of the world. Are we really that different? Or we are just kids from different places who all just want to have fun? And of course, we are not doing this alone. We are joined today by a special guest all the way from Kuwait. Straight out from Middle East, he'll be sharing the games he grew up with and the ones he's hooked up on now. What does play look like for them? Do they have their own version of Mataya-taya? And how different is it or similar from what we know? Let's all welcome Amir. Hi Amir! How are you doing today and ano yung mga pinagkakabalahan mo lately?
Yeah, hi, good evening everyone. My name is Christopher Saralde, but my nickname is Amir. So, from the name, I was born and raised abroad sa Middle East, sa Kuwait. So,
Question, sino sa parents mo from Kuwait and ilan kayong magkakapatid?
actually wala. My dad is actually OFW. Doon sila kinasal, doon sila nag-honeymoon. Doon ako pinanganak, tsaka yung kapatid ko. Tapos doon din kami binigyagan since may Catholic church doon.
And we are excited to know more about you. With that, we will proceed with our first segment titled Let's Go Back to Your Childhood. My first question for you is what kind of games were you playing on the playground and in your neighborhood?
Nung sa pagkakaalala ko lang kasi masyado variable yung yung weather. Kung hindi super init, super lamig, ang nangyayari doon is more on sa malls. Sa malls, tapos kapag maganda yung weather sa playground, tapos ang nangyayari lang is like yung mga typical like playground lang sa malls. Ball pit, yung mga gano'n, yung mga trampoline.
Oh, okay.
Yun lang yung mga usual laruan doon nung mga yung mga
Like mga slide, gano'n.
yes, yung mga
Typical
gano'n.
playground.
Oo, yung mga gano'n.
Alright, so what were the most popular games you played as a child in your country?
May one time na may mom and my dad actually mga Filipino friend nila. So syempre as a Filipino, may mga community tayo doon. Like yung mga kumpare, like yung mga gano'n. Gusto nila ako sa parang football kasi yun yung pinaka sa kanila pinaka sikat na laro. Kasi sa atin di ba may basketball, yung mga sa kanila football talaga. So nung bata ko, every Friday, kasi Friday ang day off doon eh. Friday yung parang pinaka-meet up. Friday, pupunta kami sa field na ganito, maglalaro yung mga bata, mag-training, tapos yung mga nanay, tatay, mga, alam mo yung mga chichikanan sa yan, mga ganon. Yun ang pinaka-naalala ko lang. Like, growing up, na nilalaro yung game nila.
What values did those games reflect on you most?
Since yun yung parang first summer mga ganon, mga game, yung teamwork. Since ang nangyari kasi na, since ang mga kasama ko is mga Filipino din, tapos ang kalaban namin mga Kuwaiti, mga bata. Parang, raise your flag eh, di ba? Parang Philippines eh.
How would you say the games in Kuwait and in the Philippines are similar or different?
Siguro, meron, pero hindi taya-taya ng tawag ata nila. Parang
Mga gano'n.
alala ko. Yeah, kasi more on sa Kuwaiti little background. Hindi sila more on Kuwaiti talaga eh. Since Kuwaiti has, or yung mga sa Kuwait, hindi lang more on Muslim sila. May mga American citizen din sila. Kasi mix na sila. Since US ang sa kanila, yung mga US ang parang nag-save sa kanila nung mga past, mga history nila.
Actually, no, here in the Philippines, yung mga kabataan talagang hook na rin sa mga digital or online games and talagang nakakalimutan na rin yung mga traditional games. And for sure, nakikita natin to not just in the Philippines, in all countries, for sure sa Kuwait din. Nakakalimutan na yung mga traditional games and mas pinaprefer na nila yung mga online games or digital devices. And with that, we'll go with our short game para naman mabalikan natin yung mga traditional game na nakalimutan na ng mga kabataan ngayon. We'll have our short game entitled Guess the Larong Lahi, which I will describe to you the game and then you will guess kung ano yung name ng larong ito and you will also identify if it's true or gawa-gawa lang. Right, my first game description is, my 4 or more players were hahatiin into teams. Then they'll take turns in crossing to the other end while the 8 players block them by tagging. Usually, na ipapakita dito is speed, agility, and teamwork. So, do you think it's a true game or gawa-gawa lamang? And what's the name of the game if it's true?
Patintero.
Patintero, parang hindi. Your answer is correct.
Alright, for the next description of the game, each player must have 5 clothespin or sipe that they must clip across the area while the tagger tries to tag them. If tagged, players with clothespins must start over. First player to clip all 5 wins. Skills shown are agility, speed.
Wala naman. Wala.
Okay. You're correct. Right answer is you're correct. But yeah, it's a house game only.
Alright, for our next description, the object with a tail, usually a bottle cup, must be kept in the air using the player's foot or the other parts of the body. Skills shown like balance and foot-eye coordination. Do you think it's a real game or a hoax game?
Creed. Ano yun eh? Sipa.
Yes! Perfect siya! Grabe. Yes, it is one of the very, very traditional game here in the Philippines.
Alright, for our next description of the game, there will be 4 pairs of players. Each pair must balance either a palangana or timba on their heads or shoulder while dancing to the song. When the song stops, they freeze. Skills shown balance, teamwork, and coordination. So, do you think it's a real game or a hoax game only?
Parang di siya rin. May timba. Magkakalitan pa tayo pagka na...
Di ba parang magagalit yung nanay?
Alright, for our last description of the game, my numbered pattern road using chalk sa ground where players will toss a marker and hopping through it. Avoiding the space with the marker, this game shows balance and precision. Do you think it's a real game or a hoax game?
Parang real eh, pero yung pangalan eh. Piko, right?
Hey, you got it right.
Alright, grabe na perfect mo yung 5 games. Transition naman tayo from childhood game to the future, our second segment. Have you ever played a mobile game or like a video game? And what was the first game you played and how did it feel?
Oo, video game, yung mga PSP, mga Game Boys. Yung mga gano'n, yung mga DSi, yun yung mga uso nun eh, yung mga sinasaksak ng laro sa laro. Diba? Yung iniipang pag hindi gumagana.
Okay, these are the things that first mong nilaro as video games.
Oo, yung mga gano'n, mga
Yes,
PSP.
Alright, but how's the experience with the transition, playing those traditional games from up to pala, dun sa mga video games and sa mga online games na nilalaro?
Actually, ang nangyari noon, pahinang mo lang yung mga laro sa playground eh. Since as a Filipino, syempre Filipino mom, tama na yan, bawal na yan, baka ano yung matama, di ba? Ang nangyari, since pag isang every day off, kumalabas pa din eh. Tapos kapag free time lang, doon lang nakakapaglaro. Yun
So you
na.
can say na nababalance naman. Hindi ka naman nahumaling ng sobra sa video games. May physical games naman. Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, so comparing this with the Philippines, do you think both cultures embrace e-games the same way, both Kuwait and the Philippines?
For digital game, as I mentioned, hindi sila masyadong hindi na mag-focus ako doon eh.
Okay.
Like, since, di ba, baka maala mo yung mata. Like, yung mga ano before, di ba? Like, huwag ka masyadong yan, baka maano yung ano mo. Tapos, kasi, ang nangyayari kasi is, pag free time, hindi lang ako for games eh. Hindi ako pinapabayan ni mama. May mga worksheets siyang pinapasagutan sa amin. Oo, grabe. Kasi, papa, ano siya, nag-work siya sa work. Tapos ang naiwan sa amin, si mama lang. So, every time na si mama may ginagawa, hindi kami pwedeng naglalaro lang. Like, isa-isang araw, hindi kami pwedeng puro laro. Kasi syempre, kailangan matutong magsulat, magbasa. Ni mama na mag-focus kami sa pag-aaral. So, dapat susulat. Ganon. Oo. So, yun.
Hindi mababayaan.
Hindi mababayaan.
Alright, let's proceed with our third segment, behavioral and communication. Let's talk about how gamers actually talk and interact with one another. How do players in your country usually communicate during team games?
Before, since may mga experiences ako na hindi puro Filipino rin, yung mga Filipino kids na ano ko. Siyempre, English ang communication nila.
English, okay.
Kasi nasanay na sila mag-English since may mga subjects silang English. Parang dito rin sa Philippines.
Yes.
So,
Okay, that's nice.
So, for the English, for the tapos mga pag-Filipino naman yung mga kalaro ko, like, Filipino din.
Filipino.
Like, Tagalog din. So, very dual bilingual ang
Okay, so how do people express frustration or like criticism in your culture?
Oo, and ang experience ko here sa Philippines, very emotional sila sa paglalaro.
Okay.
Diba, may mga backgrounds po silang sinasabi eh. Diba?
Yung trash talk.
Yun, yung mga ganon. Like, yung mga sumisigaw pa sa cellphone.
Oo.
Yun, like, yung ganon. Pero yung ano pa naman doon is, ang experience ko naman sa ibang bansa is, not too much. Since hindi naman ako like nakakapag sa e-games masyado doon. Pero I would say na very different. Since ang talo doon is talo. Dito sa Philippines, pag talo ka, ikaw pa yung galit. Diba?
Alright, so what happens when someone underperforms?
Like, how do they speak up?
Kapag yung, di ba, for laro, kapag ka hindi, siyempre, sa una, sasabihin mo yung rules ng games. Yung bawal ganito, bawal ganun. Pero pag hindi ka sumunod, parang, alis ka na, elbow. Diba? Doon ka muna, uwi ka na.
Okay. Oh, okay, so meron din silang ganong Pilipinas din naman kapag may mga nag-underperform.
Parang normal lang. Parang alam mo yun.
Parang okay, talo.
Okay, fine. Alam mo yun, parang
Next game.
next game, labaw eh. Diba?
Right.
Diba? Dito kasi parang ayoko, hindi ko pwedeng matalo, diba?
Actually, okay. So, kalmado sila.
Okay.
Alright, so yung mga tao talaga sa Kuwait, kumbaga yung mga player is more like quiet lang type of person compared sa Philippines na mas expressive or mas nag-show ng emotions. And speaking of those character, we will proceed with our fourth segment entitled Character and Reputation. So, alam naman natin na in traditional games and in e-games, there's always that one player with the legendary reputation, no, kung tinatawag. And my first question for you is that, what happens to the rule breakers or toxic players?
Since yung mga kilala, syempre sila na sila yung gumagawa ng rules eh. Diba? Like, for example, sa playground eh, kapag magkakakilala kayo, leader kayo, diba? Parang kami yung boss dito, kami to eh. Pag hindi ka sumunod, doon ka lang sa gilid. Ganyan, diba? Kapag, yes. Diba? Siyempre yung mga Filipino din. Tapos yung mga
hindi maiiwasan yung toxic culture, but they're just kids.
Alright, but in your country, the dynamics, the power dynamics like the favoritism or like the status, alin ang mas obvious sa e-gaming or sa traditional?
Sa traditional. Kasi since traditional, like very face-to-face, like sama-sama kayo sa isang place. Kapag, ay, ito, kilala ko to, favorite na kita. Diba? Parang ganun eh.
Actually,
parang,
may certain din pa sila.
Kilala, oh yes. Kapag di mo kilala, ay, parang, gilid ka muna, dito kami eh. Diba?
Actually, compared sa e-games naman, what do you think?
Oo. Siguro, pag sa e-games, kahit hindi mo kilala, basta malakas, diba? Pasok ka, abihin kita.
Tsaka, parang in-earn yung ganong lakas mo. So, mag-start ka kumbaga sa level 1, ganon, and then tsaka kalalakas talaga. Okay.
Alright, so talaga namang kita yung mga hierarchy natin. This, kahit sa ang lugar, no, kahit mga mapalaro. And speaking of those games and cultures, we have our fifth segment entitled Cultural Reflection. Now, let's zoom out. If a Filipino gamer joined a game in your country, what might they find surprising?
Siguro, yung napaka natin, siguro yung very expressive. Diba? Kasi sa mga Pilipino, ano yan? Bakit yan? Ano mo? Ang ano mo? Diba? Yung mga doon? Parang hindi Filipino shock eh. Yung mga ko 80% yung masashock eh. Parang maingay ito ah.
Finally, my last question for you is that what's one big thing that you've realized about your culture, even just yourself? Just by thinking about how you and your peers play.
Siguro, even if different cultures, different countries, game is a game kasi eh. Parang kung sino yung kalaro mo, kung sino yung kasama mo, hindi mo papansinin yung lahi, hindi mo papansinin yung lahi. Basta game is what you do to have fun. Di ba? At the end of the day, parang what you need to do or what will happen is like fun. Fun ba? Yes, talaga eh. Yes, andun yung differences, andun yung different culture, different kinalakihan, different games. But what's most important is yung fun talaga.
Yung fun and the experience.
The experience.
Yes, and talaga namang it's really the game that brings us together, no? And even though, given na iba-ibang culture, ang dinadala lang talaga natin ito is magkaroon ng fun, no, altogether. And, ayun, huge thanks to Amir for joining us today. Whether it's Numbang Preso or League of Legends, every game tells a story, and we just played through yours from different dimensions, mapa Kuwait man o Philippines. Alright, ang saya ng naging episode natin ngayon. Mula sa childhood game to e-games. It's wild how something as fun as play can reveal so much about who we are and where we came from. Isa lang ang malinaw, ang laro ay hindi lang libangan, ito nga ay tunay na laro ng lahi. Isa itong salamin ng kultura, pagkatao, at pag-unlad ng lipunan. Maraming salamat sa pagsama sa aming episode na ito ng podcast serye, Culture, Com, and Context. Bye!